for every day for at least 5 minutes. Uh-oh. Instagram paused. Hi, Facebook. Okay, that's better. Sorry. Internet's fine. I don't know what the problem is. So as you guys know, I've been trying to go live on both Facebook and Instagram every day from Monday through Friday, just to tell you what I'm thinking for the day or what comes up and things I post, because you guys know I post a lot about everything now. Health, holistic health, fitness, nutrition, mindset, it all. And I did a recent post, maybe over the weekend or last week, maybe. Yeah, remember, I don't know if you guys remember the post, but it was that I had lost my abs abruptly. And it was hormonal and kind of left to that feeling stuck, which I talked about on Monday. Well, I don't know, someone on Instagram commented and I talked about a supplement called DIM. Now, before I even talk about this health talk, okay, this is just for information only, educational purposes only. I am not your doctor. So there's my little disclaimer. I'm not your doctor. So you need to take the information, do with it whatever you want. This is information that you can search the internet for. It's all over the place. This is something I used to educate my patients when I was their doctor. And I'm only here to tell you something I personally use, or actually I'm going to restart using. I have used it in the past. And something that you might want to think about starting. Okay, so this is by no means medical advice. This is just information. Hello. Take with it and do with it what you want. If you want to chat with your doctor about it, great. I'm telling you right now and forewarning you that many conventional medical docs are going to poo-poo you as soon as you talk about supplements. They're going to tell you have expensive urine and don't do it, okay? So I'm sorry I don't take anyone else on my live videos when I'm doing a health talk because I am the expert here. So anyhow, I'm going to talk about DIM. It stands for diindolylmethane, okay? You make DIM naturally in your body, basically from another compound called indole 3-carbinol. And don't worry, I'm not going to get all too sciencey on you, but you have to know that there is a little bit of science behind why I recommend certain supplements or why I take certain supplements. So, what do you get the indole 3-carbinol from? You get it from cruciferous veggies. So if you guys don't know what a cruciferous veggie is, it is Brussels sprouts, cabbage, broccoli, kale, all those great veggies. Okay, so if you eat a great number of those veggies, you're naturally getting this compound called indole 3-carbinol, and then your body makes DIM. So why would I take it extra, right? Well, here's my situation, and this may be a situation for a lot of other women out there. So my guys that are watching on either Facebook or Instagram, this may not pertain to you. There is one instance that might pertain to you, but what it can help do is help lower estrogen. So it doesn't lower all estrogens. What it does is it lowers a bad type of estrogen. So I'll get into that in a second. But DIM basically has been... It's in the literature that it could help prevent certain cancers like breast, uterine, and colon cancer. And it might help with PMS, acne, and fibroids. And so when you think about all those, you think, they're all estrogen related, right? So it has to do something with estrogen. And I have to tell you, I have done this a video on this topic in my holistic health group on Facebook. People have used it and given me feedback that they feel much better with their PMS symptoms. So, why am I going to restart it? Because I am in a state of life called perimenopause. I could be in this state for 5-7 years, God knows. But I do believe that I might have a little bit higher estrogen. Don't worry, I'm going to get my levels checked. But I know genetically that, because I've had genetic testing done, that I don't break down estrogens so well. And what does that mean? Well, we can break down the estrogen in our body, usually through the liver, but there are different types of estrogen that you can break it down to. Some are better than others. There's one estrogen compound called, let me make sure I get it right, 2-hydroxyestrone, that is possibly cancer preventative. It's a better estrogen, okay? And it's an antioxidant. So it protects your body from free radicals. However, you could also make 2 other estrogen breakdown products, or we call them metabolites, called 16-alpha hydroxyestrone or 4-hydroxyestrone. So basically, when it comes to your estrogens, the DIM helps you make more of the good estrogen, and it's all about the ratio, okay? So I know that I don't break them down so well, so I might actually make more of the bad estrogen, which might be why I'm having more of the symptoms that I'm having. Why do some women just like kind of go through menopause or perimenopause effortlessly and not have an issue, and others do? It all comes down to our genetics. It comes down to our diets. It comes down to a lot of it, but a lot of it's genetics, right? So I'm a firm believer that you can alter your genetics for the most part. I'm defying my genetics every single day. So how can this supplement help men? Well, it actually blocks an enzyme. So men also have estrogen, in case you don't know. And what this DIM, diindolylmethane, does, it blocks the conversion of testosterone to estrogen. It is bigger in the bodybuilding world for men or women that take testosterone, because men can, if you make too much estrogen, you can get what they call man boobs. And sometimes, I even saw it in my men on testosterone, sometimes they were putting too much into estrogen, and I had to stop that because men don't want a high estrogen level. It's not healthy for them, and it gives them symptoms of being more like a woman, like breast development, okay? So not cool for a man, right? So it actually can help block that. I personally never use DIM in men. I would use other things. I take that back. I did use DIM. But if it was for an estrogen level that wasn't so high. But I would use it in a great deal of women who were primarily perimenopausal. I could not control how much estrogen they were putting out from their ovaries. All I could do is try to help them alleviate some of the symptoms they were having. So I'd give it to them to try to bring down, hopefully, their bad estrogen levels if they were making an excess amount, right? Because in the state of New York, I could not test the ratio of the bad and the good. Other states you can. So if you have a functional medicine doctor in your state, you can go and get these all checked. Other things it can do is it can actually help possibly with weight loss. And here's what I don't want you guys doing. I don't want you to say, oh, Renee said DIM can help me lose weight, I'm going to go buy some. No. If you are having a hormone imbalance, meaning I am estrogen dominant in relation to my progesterone, most likely, I am finding symptomatically, because sometimes when you make more of the bad estrogens, you get more weight in your midsection. That is me right now. Like, I usually have abs, guys, and it's just not happening. So clinically, like, my body is telling me, Renee, you're making probably more bad estrogens, and I know that from my genetics, so I am starting DIM. And it actually helps you burn some the fat cells that you have and fat that you eat through your diet. So it does help a little bit with burning fat, but I would not say take DIM if you have no other issues, okay? Because there are side effects. Most of the side effects have to do with a detox process when you're trying to get rid of those bad estrogens, okay, from your body. You get rid of them through our excretory organs, your stool, your pee, your sweat, right? But they have to go into your bloodstream. So sometimes people do get headachy. They get a little bit of fatigue and a little bit of brain fog, okay? Usually self-limited, goes away. And you can get like a dark urine, and that's apparently not an issue. And I've never had an issue with that, but... And then, so what are you going to do if you're putting all these estrogens or these good estrogens or bad estrogen breakdown products to eliminate them through the liver? You want to make sure you help support the liver. So some key supplements that help you support the liver are the major antioxidant, or the most abundant antioxidant in our body, called glutathione. Be careful though, guys, when you buy, if and ever you buy that, they're not all created equal. It's very hard to get in a supplement form. Many times I would give the precursor to glutathione called N-acetylcysteine, NAC. That is the antidote if you have a Tylenol overdose. They give you that, but basically it's the precursor to make more glutathione, so I would do that often. Or if you can get a good, like a liposomal glutathione, if you're in the state of California, maybe even Florida, you can probably get it intravenous because they do cool things like that. We cannot do that in New York State. Calcium D-glucarate is a good liver support. Vitamin C in some herbs like dandelion. You can even get dandelion root tea, like an herbal tea. Burdock and milk thistle are my favorite 3 herbs for your liver. Another way, if you're feeling a ton of detox symptoms and you think it's from too much of the bad estrogen in your body that you're not quite getting out, you can take activated charcoal. You have to drink lots of water with that, and it will bind up medication, so don't take it with medications, and it will turn your stool dark. And that's I'll have to do another hangover talk some other time, because you can actually try to use it to prevent hangovers. Lots of water, okay? And typically, if you're going to take DIM, what dose is probably going to be the last question. You're going to want to take the least amount that's going to make you feel better, right? So I'm going to probably start 100 milligrams and even titrate up to 200 milligrams, probably not go even higher. If you guys watch my recent podcast, Love the Leap with Dr. Renee, on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Spotify, and on Google Play, I'm on all of them. And Apple iTunes is going to be Apple Podcasts soon. You will have known that we talked about DIM in the part 2 of my interview with a holistic nutritionist by the name of Ellie Thomas. And she actually loves it for, and we actually talked about N-acetylcysteine also, and glutathione. We talked about a lot of supplements in part 2. So if you want to go listen to that, please do. Talk about supplements in regards to balancing hormones. And I actually will touch on a few more things for my interview tomorrow. You guys got to stay tuned for my interview tomorrow, or my live video. But yeah, so that's the breakdown of DIM, diindolylmethane. I'll make sure the girl who asked me about DIM sees this live video in the next 24 hours. Facebook stays forever. I'm sorry, Instagram, it goes away. Some of these videos I will put on my IGTV, so they are available for you guys forevermore. So once again, I am not your doctor. Take this to your doctor if you're on other medications to see if it's a viable option for you to try. And I hope this helps. Just at least give, my mission in life, guys, is just to give you more information and know there's other options out there. If you're like pulling your hair out and you're perimenopausal like I am, and you're like, I don't know what to do, there's an option, right? Just do it safely. Know there's some side effects to it. Again, consult with your doctor if you're on other meds, and just be safe, okay? All right, guys. Happy Wednesday. I got to go teach a fitness class now. So I hope you have a great night, and I'm dying. My kids are making cupcakes and brownies downstairs, so hot flash, or a hot flash, one of the two. But okay, guys, have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.